Whoa, Big Head, man, back again.
What's up? It's your boy Big Head, the Dome Doc. Back up in the building like I left, sup. Come to put you on game like I kept, sup. You heard me? Check them out, TV. What's up, man?
And man, we keep on doing this interview, bro, because people keep on asking, what Big Head at, man? What Big Head? We need to hear more and more from Big Head, bro.
Man, I appreciate it. Let's get the interviews in, man. The more interviews, the more views, the more views, the more, you know, the more we can get successful doing this. You feel
Set
what
it
I'm
together
saying?
at the end.
Yeah, that's why I say. So shout out to you, man, and I appreciate what you're doing because we grow together, we blow together, and guess what? Everybody who sit back watching what's going on, they're gonna have to continue watching. You feel what I'm saying?
So something happened in the news. Ja Morant. Ja Morant was in the club, I think what he was, in Denver or something. Utah somewhere, and he flashed a gun.
Right.
How you feel about that? Like, he a basketball player, but he living out the rapper life.
Well, really, it's not the rapper life. It's the street life he living because the rappers want to live the street life too. But what how I feel about the Ja Morant situation, shout out to Ja Morant. I think he's a good basketball player. He's great. He's a superstar when it comes to being on the court. But what I think is something that I had said long ago, that the sports is going to be the next place that's going to be tore down by black violence and senseless acts and, you know, things like that. And by Ja Morant being such a big star, he is the one they picked. You know, I ain't gonna say the devil and bring all that in. I'm gonna just say the system. That's the one they picked to bring in the violence and the disrespect and to compromise the integrity of the NBA. So just like the gangsters and the street life came into the music, that's what they finna do to basketball. That's what they finna do to football. That's what they finna do to all athlete sports that got black people leading the way. They finna try to take the same thing they did, how they used it in music to destroy music. They gonna destroy black people in the NBA the same way, and he just first. Because if you notice, bro, like, I'm not gonna blame Gotti or Moneybagg Yo and them or nobody like that, but if you notice, they brought him a chain to the game. You feel what I'm saying? And they brought him a chain to the game. Now keep in mind, at this point in time, they had some real serious gangster things going on that they was involved in, but they still took time out to bring this man a chain to the game to let the world know that he was connected with them. So after they did that, next, now you want to be a gangster. I'm knowing that Yo Gotti and them telling you, bro, that ain't the way. That's what they should be telling you. I know for sure, Young Boy telling him, bro, that ain't the way.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, hopefully he don't be a sacrifice for the one that, you know, that can be the image of the NBA, because the image finna change from a dark-skinned, bald-head man to some other type of looking guy. Yeah, so it can be him, but they want to destroy him before he actually becomes the face of the NBA by doing things like that. So, Ja Morant, bro, get it together, bro, because they got a lot of people struggling, and, you know, tomorrow, what happened yesterday can never change tomorrow, but what you do today can. So all you got to do, bro, is just focus on your career, your people, and helping your situation and your environment and your surroundings. That way, you know, when you do things like that, everybody won't point the finger at you and try to X you out. They'll understand you just a young man doing what young men do. And if you want to be brave, you feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody wasn't brave. Everybody ain't come from the streets. Everybody ain't tough. Everybody ain't hard. So sometimes when you get the attention, you have to turn towards that. You know, same thing as Jay Prince Jr. and, you know, his brother. Like, they knew that they didn't have to be that way, but when everybody, all that pressure on you, and people come at you like you soft because of who you kin to or how you got into it, you might want to turn and reflect an image of being hard or tough or something. Because I believe Ja Morant killed somebody on the basketball court. Like that.
I don't see that.
That's how serious the system will take it. You know, like,
I mean, what I don't think he'll do on a basketball court, but I think he'll be out in the club.
Nah, I think he'll do it on the court because that's where they wanted it. You remember Above the Rim?
Yeah.
Yeah, how they did all that hooping just to blast something on the court. Yeah, I think that'll happen in real life. You remember last Boy Scout football? He was running, and I think that was supposed to be a pro movie based on he running, niggas tackling him, trying to tackle him.
Yeah.
He shoot one of them. Yeah, so you know, like I say, they just trying to bring that into the forefront to destroy the black man. Shout out to the Mexicans because they coming up next. Mexicans is in basketball now, in football now, in baseball. Well, they've been in baseball, but they've been in all these other. They getting in all these other sports now and being real great and becoming superstars. Why? Because they finding a way to destroy the black strong athletes and the ones that really can do it. They, you know, they condemning them some kind of way. So, you know, shout out to the Mexicans. Y'all up next.
But see, just think back. Ja Morant. Well, no, let me take it back over here first. See, most kids they aiming to be a rapper.
Right.
I don't see why most kids are aiming to be a basketball player at the end of the day. Because you could get $200 million in 5 years if you open up. But
I'm glad you said that, my man, because it starts with young, elementary school, middle school, high school. But see, the struggle and poverty is so real, they done made it a little too expensive. Like the best ones, they can't afford to play basketball because the coach robbing them or sleeping with their mama. They don't want that. So just like basketball, they can't pay for all those jerseys and trips and this and that. Every time you look around, they have to pay for something. I have children and stepchildren, godchildren, street children, you know, children that fathers is in jail and all that like that I look out for. So I know personally that schools done got beside themselves with these expenses for these children that's going to public school that's supposed to be, that get smart and academically can prevail, but with sports they want you to pay this and pay that and pay that. And like I say, if your mom ain't sleeping with the coach or you just ain't got it like that, then you know, hey, you don't, because 2 times football I tried out for, and I was good at it. Boxing, I tried out at it and was good at it. But when it got time to pay, it was about the struggle and what was more important. And my family definitely didn't think that was more important. So I had to say, well, that's not important right now. So, you know, I missed out on the whole athlete sports because of the struggle. So hopefully, you know, young athletes understand that, you know, the struggle will affect the way you try to be an athlete in middle school and high school if you ain't got the money.
Yeah, like you ain't the only child that had to deal with it. Like a lot of kids wanted to be football, basketball,
to be great.
Baseball,
and see, in Baton Rouge, bro, if you don't get swooped up by College Temple, you really basically can't make it. And you know, real struggle babies don't get scooped up by College Temple. Shout out to College Temple. You know, he help out. He do things in the community and stuff like that. A good man. But I never seen him help nobody struggling because my one of my good friends, Roger White, he was like Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade mixed together. We called him Pete. And College Temple didn't help him, but he helped some people that went to school with him. Yeah. You know, and I felt like, you know, back then I learned like people be selective about who they help. So, you know, the struggle people have it harder. So that's another reason why I would love to really just succeed and just have money all out the ears, because I would do something about that. I'll make something for those type of students that want to do it and can do it but can't afford to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but hopefully Ja Morant get it together, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Ja Morant again, bro. Like, you great, bro. You can jump high, you know. You can dance a little bit. You got swag. You got flavor. You got an older woman. You got a child, you know. So you ain't even got to worry about a lot of nonsense. All you got to do is just be great and keep up the greatness. You feel me?
Yeah.
More people want to be Ja Morant than they want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he got it all. He got a little rap swag. He got the court on lock, you know. So, bro, like, I would hate to see dude lose all what he accomplished behind some bullshit, because they'll let him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, once you make it, the system want to take it because you made it. You can create your own system. Like people tomorrow can be built off what we built. Like Trump say, make America great again. You got to understand what he's saying, because the first time they made it great, we helped them make it great, but we couldn't get the recognition for making it great. But this time, when we make it great again, we can get the recognition because we can create the system. School system failing. The black people can create a system that's not failing. You feel what I'm saying? If healthcare failing, create something that's not failing. Change the system by creating it. Take the money you may earn, you can't take with you when you die, and create something that's working. And that's how you change the system. You feel me?
I feel you. All right, something else happened. Terrence Gangster Williams, his paperwork leaked last week. And he actually admitted to 40 bodies. How you feel about that?
40 bodies.
Yeah. That's how many him and his crew did. And come to find out, people ain't really, well, I didn't either. People really ain't thought he told them just dead people from paperwork. That's what it is. He told them just some dead people to get out of jail.
Well, bro, I know a lot of people put the blame on somebody else. And if I'm not mistaken, if C Murder could have put the blame on somebody else, he would have did it.
Yeah.
If Lee Lucas could have put the blame on somebody else, he would have did it. If anybody in that position could put the blame on somebody else and get out of it without incriminating nobody, I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
I done been in situations with dudes, you know, because I'm a real street dude. I had a street history before the rap.
Yeah. So
I done been in situations with dudes where I just rode it all the way out to the end until everybody went home, until, you know, it got time to that. Like, I done rode it all the way out to the end. So, you know, I know what it feels like to actually ride it out to the end, but I never got left on the other end of getting life. You feel what I'm saying? Because that changed everything.
Yeah, once he said that too in the interview. He said everybody else get a number. Like BG got 15.
Right.
BG already knew when he would come home.
Right.
But he said he had life. He never was coming home.
Definitely.
So, you know, people say that, but you never know what you'll do when you're in that situation.
Man, I know what I would have did, because I'd have been in that situation. I wouldn't have never said nothing, because, like, you know, everybody gonna die one day.
Yeah.
You know, so take something with you or leave something, even if it's morals, principles, respect. If this is the way you came in, that's the way you go out. It's that simple. You know, like, you can change, but change for the better. Your morals and principles don't change. Your standards might go up. You feel what I'm saying? Your followers might go up. But as far as you personally, what's in here, that's in there, man. Like that, you can't change the G code. The G code been there. So all you gotta do is say one time, I live by it. You feel me? And that's it.
And that's one reason I ain't never getting in the streets like that, because you really got rules and stuff that you really got to live by.
Definitely.
You really got to get out there. Like, I can't kill nobody because off no bull. Like, you to try to come hurt me or something, self-defense, I could do that. But, you know, you in the streets, you really got to go hunt somebody down.
See, really, bro, people who get killed be problems.
Don't get me wrong, some people be having to come.
I'm not saying that they be problems to everyone, but they be problems to someone. Yeah. And or they be feared. You feel me? Someone be scared of them or jealous of them. It don't be just nuts and guts, because there's only a few killers I know kill off nuts and guts. Yeah. And other than that is hits or behind a broad, or, you know, like I say, just pure jealousy, because that's something how you can kill somebody, but being jealous of them, because you got to basically, you know something about them to be jealous of them.
Either they getting all the money around next calls,
or something,
that's
you know,
all the girls or something.
I mean, they don't even kill people for that no more, because they know that's a fake nigga shining like that. Yeah. If he ain't got no history, if he ain't helping nobody, if his circle ain't good, they know that's a fake nigga shining like that. So, they might salute him. They might want to take a picture with him and pose with him and sit in the front seat with him. Forget all about the G code.
Mm-hmm. And something else happened. 6ix9ine. I don't know if you seen the video. He was what that was. Anytime Fitness someone. I forgot 24 whatever. And he was in the video and somebody actually caught up with him this time.
Right.
Yeah, but
you sure that wasn't a prank?
I don't know. You seen that kid?
I didn't even see the video.
Man.
I really don't watch the internet or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch what other people be doing or nothing. You know, I socialize on social media because I really don't socialize in real life, and that's just on Facebook. But other than that, I don't even, you know, get into that because it's too much for one man's brain to try to take in and come up with an explanation. There's too much different stuff going on. So, you know, like with 6ix9ine, like, you know, I feel like he getting too much attention anyway because, you know, who is you? Like, I mean, I respect the fact that he's a Mexican. You got the whole Mexican race to, you know, to live off and to entertain and to make money off and stuff like that. So you don't care what happens with black people. You don't care. That's how you winning from white people and Mexicans. He's not winning from black people. Black people turned the channel off on him. You feel me? So, you know, like, and if he probably got beat up by some white dudes, was they white or black?
Latino or something like that.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, you know, from just because, you know, your day gonna come, it's gonna catch up with you. And guess what? He glad he lived through it.
Yeah, you know.
He just glad a nigga ain't kill him or a Mexican ain't kill him. What Mexicans niggas too. You feel me? Like, he just glad a nigga ain't kill him, bro.
But see, he rolling around talking about SMD and all that. And I feel like this. He got to really watch that.
Man, money can buy loyalty.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
See, last time.
You can buy loyalty.
It can buy you fake friends.
Nah, it can't buy you. Well, it can be a fake anything. Money can buy fake anything.
Yeah, fake loyalty.
But
not no real loyalty.
It can buy real loyalty.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
It's not a such thing as fake loyalty. Because loyalty is within you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be loyal to somebody yourself. So it's not a such thing as fake loyalty. You just fake. But loyalty, it comes from like commitment. Loyalty is another form of a commitment. Mm-hmm. But you saying, I'm going to be committed to you without you. I'm committed to your philosophy, the way you think and what you say and how you live without you. So what's loyal? I'm going to tell you what's loyal. Loyalty is when you tell your broad or your pie, however, I'm going to just say your broad because I'm a dude. When you tell your broad, F my partner, and she do it, that's loyalty. That's loyalty. Because you did that for me. That's loyalty. Not all that what you do for yourself. Oh, I'm being faithful for you. I'm loyal to you. That's you know if you being loyal to me, prove it, because loyalty not free. And when it run out, you better watch out or re-up. If you notice, people's security change, they goons change, they surrounding change because the loyalty run out. You know, I done told Boosie, boo, bruh, you got to be careful, because when the loyalty run out, ain't no telling what a person might say or might do.
Well, yeah, that's true in a way.
So you have to distance yourself from them before it even get to that point.
But I feel like if somebody loyal to you, they loyal to you from the jump, they gonna never switch.
Nah, you have to make that contract. You have to say, is you loyal for life or is you loyal for now? Because if you loyal for life, then whenever you being disloyal, that's a flag. Other than that, you got to be loyal for life. That's what I want. I want people around me that's loyal for life. I don't want nobody that loyalty gonna run out when the good days run out or when the attention run out or when the camera turn off. No, I want you to be loyal for life. And I feel definitely if I'm gonna pay for it, you got to be loyal for life.
Yeah, because like, look, once the money, like in Boot's situation, I feel like the older people that were around him, they really were loyal to them because they were around him when he was broke and all that. But like the new people, like his cousin and all that, come around him stealing money and all that. Them people really ain't loyal. He took us a real friend or something when they stole that money from.
Well, I don't. You exactly right about that. Somebody that's real and loyal, they not gonna steal nothing from you. I've been around all them dudes all them times and never not once thought about picking up anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you leave
was
money
broke
on the counter and you walk out, I'm leaving money stay right there. I ain't gonna take
Man, I mean, that's different from like this situation and that situation because it's a bigger scale. But see, like it's like this here. If you say, for instance, if you lived with me, and I know you got a life, and I know you got other you got to handle, or I know you caught a case or something like that, and you got a lawyer that need to be paid or something like that. I know that because you live with me now. If that day coming, we ain't been sat down and got that issue took care of. Ain't no telling what you might do because you might be desperate, and you gonna be more loyal. It's all about who you more loyal to than yourself, your family. Who knows why a dude took that money? But if that was his cousin, I wouldn't have never let it come between me. Money never came between me and nobody.
But
nobody that I affiliate with.
I get what you're saying, but you gotta look at it. He disrespect you though, man. He took your money. Like I feel some type of way about that.
I mean that's family stuff. That shouldn't even got on the internet. How I feel, because I love you more than that. I still want to see you. I still want you to sit down. I still want you to be loyal to me. I still want you to watch my back. I still want you to do everything that you was doing when you got in that position to do that. But now you just $5,000 in the hole.
Let me ask you. You'll trust somebody to watch your back that stole from you already?
Sometimes them the only people you got to trust. They ain't steal my life.
I'll give you next though. He probably set you up.
Yeah, but I mean you gotta live and learn. I ain't saying that I'm a you didn't stick it. See, like you say, you'll trust somebody to watch your back that stole something from you before. Why they stole from you? Because if they were straight, they wouldn't have had to steal. So it's about setting setting the table straight too now. Because I mean everybody probably steal from somebody, even if it's a turn. The bathroom, something out the refrigerator.
That's petty.
Anything. But it's stealing is stealing. You saying petty, but if you're a millionaire, $5,000 should be petty.
No. Man, we can go deep in this though, big head. You gotta look, he put his life on the line though for that money.
Right.
Yeah.
But he has
That's his money, he worked for that.
Right. Right. That's true, but that's his cousin. What's more important? Your family or something you can just open your eyes and get? I can see if you couldn't get it.
It's family though, but you gotta look though. You went behind my back and stole from me. And I feel like,
man, you ain't go behind my back. The camera saw you. You ain't go behind my back. The ones that went behind his back got away with it. That's just, the camera saw him. He took that risk. You think he took that risk for nothing, bro? You actually think
he really needed that money. He really needed that money.
Look, Boo my little brother, bro. Like I love Boo to the end. I'm loyal for life. Like I say, loyal for life. But shout out to the cousin. I don't know if I know him personally or not, but shout out to him and shout out to the rest of the family, because it's a long list of hatches and givings and the ones that he done created, his family, he built it. It's a long list, and I know a lot of them, and a lot of them, is in a situation to where they like, Boo, come on with it. Boo, come on with it, because if you the one, if you the chosen one, like your family gonna gravitate to that at some point, to saying you the chosen one. You feel what I'm saying? So, and it's a gift and a curse, because the chosen one got to stay off the scene a lot too, because you the chosen one. You can't let them take you out, because they take you out, they know everybody else gonna be scribing. You know what I'm saying? Like when Boo was in jail, like his uncle Heavy, like his uncles, I know them close. Like, they true Southside OGs. You know what I'm saying? So, I knew them close. Tony and Heavy. So, like while he was in jail, I was hugging them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I was trying to keep them who they were while he was out, because like Like Heavy is a celebrity. Heavy name is Heavy
I'm trying
in the streets.
I'm trying to get an interview with him.
Yeah, Heavy is heavy in the streets as far as in being Boosie's uncle. I'm not saying he's heavy in the streets as far as nothing else, but being Boosie's uncle. But that plays into a position after so long. You feel what I'm saying? So while he was in the can, I'm like, man, I want to make sure Heavy is still Heavy. Now, I couldn't do what Boo would do for him, but you know that I was acknowledging him, and that's who I chose to look out for, or who I chose to swing through and check on. You know what I'm saying? Heavy and Tony. So shout out to Uncle Heavy and Uncle Tony. You know?
Yeah, but like, we ain't gonna stay on it much longer, but I feel like this. Heavy, loyal. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that, like.
For life.
Yeah, I feel
Tony
like.
too.
Uh-huh.
Loyal for life.
Yeah, that's loyalty. But like his cousin and all that, it wasn't loyal.
But see, you know, like they wasn't born into that. Boosie been doing it so long to where his older cousins is old now.
Mm-hmm.
Bronson and Donkey and you know, them dudes is old now. They not young no more. Like I remember his nephew was a little subscribed, a little small dude playing football. The big guy you always see with him, I don't really know his name. Shout out to him. I remember he was this small. He was always big, but he was a football star. You know what I'm saying? Like we was rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? So you know, shout out to him, big boy. I see you. You got Boosie back. I hope you remain loyal. Yeah, that's what I say, bro. Like shout out to him, man. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get on into this. Hurricane Chris. I don't know if you've seen it. Last week he got acquitted of a murder charge.
Hurricane Chris. Shout out to Hurricane Chris.
Shout out to Hurricane Chris.
A lot of them dudes. See, I don't know why they pin the murder on a rapper. But a lot of times, it don't even be the rapper that actually fired the shot.
Hey, to be honest, I think if he wasn't a rapper, I don't think they would have charged him for that.
Right.
Because the dude walked up to him, the dude was trying to take the car back or something. It was a long story, but the dude was trying to actually take the car from Hurricane Chris.
Oh, so Hurricane Chris actually fired?
Yeah, he fired a shot.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I said, I don't really be into that, but I'm going to start getting to that just for you, just for this. I'm going to start getting into this. You feel what I'm saying? But I just like when you just ask me random stuff because that kind of like solidifies the, you know, the reality of it. You know, and I'm a reality rapper. I'm not one of those fiction rappers, not one of those rappers that just rap to be rapping or rap another nigga rap. I just rap what's going on, good or bad.
Yeah, but like in his case, man, they try to railroad him. Like, I could have changed his whole life on the self-defense. He really ain't trying to go out there and do nothing. He was out there, at the store or something, and the dude tried to rob him for his car.
Man, Hurricane Chris made A-Bay.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. See, that's what messed him up, Halle Berry. Because that's when the hate came in. And see, because like, they didn't want somebody from Shreveport, Louisiana to be able to just say Halle Berry name loosely like he wanted to. You know, knowing he probably could smash now, you know, but they didn't want him to be able, because he was from Shreveport. Now, if he was from New York, it would have been fine. But by him being from Shreveport, Louisiana, no, you can't say Halle Berry. And I think it would have helped her. And I think it would have still been buzzing. Right now, she always would have been a diva because of that song. But, you know, I don't know if it was her or somebody with her that they just tried to knock the man from the song. And that's would have been his own song. Yeah. His own career takeoff. It wasn't no controversy behind that song. You know, so it would have just propelled them on a whole nother level, and they stopped them. So once they stopped them, that just showed me right then that they had people in Shreveport that really wasn't, you know, supporting him like they should, and they allowed that type of stuff to happen.
Yeah, you ain't really gonna get no support like that when you come from that small city like that.
Yeah, I mean, Shreveport is. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If we're gonna talk about Shreveport might be the rawest city in Louisiana.
What you mean, like streetwise?
Just as far as in, you know, streetwise.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Streetwise.
I probably agree with that.
You know, because they really, you know, they been gang banging for so long to where it's a part of their business culture too. So they rappers and businessmen and entrepreneurs and concert promoters and all that is gang bangers. You know, an old school gangbanger that been in the pen, came home with their money that they got from working in the halfway house and work release, saved it up and invested it in music.
Yeah.
So shout out to Street Poet. Can I give you an F by Street Poet right fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
So me, Webby, Ballhead, shout out to Ballhead, Derek, and Trail and Fresh. We in Shreveport. We have like, this the end of the promo tour. It's going down to Shreveport. We got 4 concerts in Shreveport alone. You know, Shreveport big on this side. That's how, you know, we got 4 concerts alone. So by this being promo, Webby and Ballhead trying to come up with a way to get a few dollars too. You know, so the promoter book a show in the daytime. Some, you know, Shreveport promoter. So we supposed to be chilling, but we pull up at the show.
Yeah.
And nobody there. So from number 1, he's slime balling his own city because we doing promo. So he trying to pay to get a show done right here, right now, because he know we here. He must have knew some promoters or something. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we show up. You know, Ball, we had already got the bread. Ballhead got the bread at the hotel, whatever. So we show up, and the club, it was like really empty. Like empty. They got people walking around everywhere because there must have been something going on. But the club basically empty. It's in the daytime. So we wait a little minute. So dude say, bruh, ain't nobody show up. So Ball say, bro, that ain't on us. So we finna bust. So dude like, hold up. And he go to talking to some other dude. So they say, come down the street to another concert. So we load up, we go down the street, ain't nobody there. So we realize that these dudes is just trying to scam or whatever they trying to do, and I guess it didn't work. So now we done been to 2 spots. So Ball telling them like, look, bro, we got to go and, you know, hang, you know, get together for tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be on the other side of Shreveport, bro. We tried, boom, boom, boom. So I look up. Well, I'm in the van right now, but I'm paying attention to what's going on now. Derek, he firsthand, him and Ball. So Derek come back and tell him like, man, dude, them tripping. So I'm like, dude, them tripping. So I come out. I'm like, you know, don't worry about it, you know, because you know, everybody ready to come out. But I'm like, nah, let me go handle this. So I come out, and Ball like, you know, looking like he kind of nervous. But Ball like, bro, man, I tried, bro. We came to the other spot. He running it. So I noticed dude them got a whole chopper. Just, yeah.
The promoter?
Yeah, it's like the other dudes he talked to, one of them broke it out. Like, y'all finna do something. So I'm like, nah, we ain't finna do nothing. Nah, bro, we did what we were finna do. You know, if y'all ain't finna kill me, we finna go. So I told Ball, I say, Ball, bro, you might as well just go and get in the van, and if they ain't gonna kill me, we finna go. And, you know, shout out to y'all, bro. We're gonna try to work it out. But I ain't gonna say dude them wasn't gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But some kind of way, they smoothed it out because we still end up. No, we didn't smooth it out because when we actually got to the biggest show, that got shot up.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that got shot up. Me and Webb in the limo. They got the limo driver jumped out. I'm thinking he done left us sitting ducks. So I'm finna jump out too. I don't give a fuck about him shooting. I'm finna jump out too because it's about saving me and Savage. So I'm like, but he went and got a gun out the trunk because I'm looking. I'm ready. You know, I'm survival mode. So he get a gun out the trunk and then he come back and he, you know, like, and he driving the limo like some James Bond. So, you know, shout out to Shreveport. I ain't gonna, you know, kill too much time, but that was crazy. Like, them Shreveport dudes really gangbang. Them dudes really upped on us.
I've been here about them.
Yeah, they really upped. A chopper, it had a big long clip that looked at like one of those 60 round, 75 round magazines. The old school chopper just, I'm like, damn, bro, this shit get this serious? And yeah, so, you know, you book them dudes give you that front end in Shreveport, just know you gotta go get that back end. telling you.
But look, let me ask you this, man. One of the, I'm gonna find out who it was. I go back and see who it was. They told me they said that Boots and Kevin Gates ever have any beef that you knew of?
Not that I know, though.
Yeah. You don't know why they ain't do music like that?
I mean, you know, like Boo was always the man. If it wasn't CeeLo, it was Boo.
Yeah.
You know, as far as in our generation, in the street culture and all that, it was CeeLo and then it was Boo. So, you know, but Gates was a different breed. Gates was, you know, Gates knew he was the whole thing his own self. He didn't need nobody to tell him. Even though I told him, yeah, you it. He didn't need nobody to tell him that. So he wasn't trying to mix with nobody. Like, if you didn't have to mix, don't mix. Because in Baton Rouge, mixing ain't good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So he didn't have to mix, but, you know, he did his thing. Boo did his thing. They both still doing their thing, and that's good. Just, you know, aim some of that back to Baton Rouge or back to me, you know. Turn it around and let's be great. Let's make Baton Rouge real again.
I think Baton Rouge would be dope, man. They come with one whole full CD with everybody on there from BR, all the rappers. I think that'd be dope there.
No, because they'll be biased. They wouldn't go off just dopeness. They'll go off who they like.
Who went the hardest?
Yeah, but it ain't about going hard. It's just about who they like, who they choose. Because, like, the hardest people still around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Young Bleed's still around. You know, Max Minnelli's still around. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the ones, the hardest ones, Mr. Kane, he's still around. I don't know if he's around the corner, but I know he's still around. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the
Mr.
hardest
dude though. I give it to Mr. though.
Yeah, like, you know, Mr. is he remind me of me. You know, don't too many rappers remind me of me, but he remind me of me with his street creativity.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can still be rapping about what's going on and just bring something to the game that they never heard before.
I think he could put his feet back in the rap game if he really wanted to.
I mean, I also think he never got his feet out. It's just, you got to be cautious now. You got to be careful. And a lot of us dudes that come from the street, we don't know nothing about no internet and no monetizing and all that. And we ain't built for that. We built for the bando, you know, the club scene, where the rods at. You know, we built for the trenches, bro. We not built for to convert into a studio and a lab and editing and all that. We not built for that, bro. So, you know, that's why I lose that, because if I actually wanted to do all those type of things like monetizing and all that, I could do that. But, you know, I'm a street dude, bro. I'm a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I'm a father. You know, I got enough going on already. Grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's where it's at now on the internet.
Yeah.
That's why I got into this. I said, man, these dudes really making money off this.
yeah, and that's why I appreciate you, because we not the same.
Yeah.
But we in the same room having the same conversation about the same people, and we two whole different people. But I understand you, and you understand I'm me. So you ain't gonna say, okay, I'm gonna answer the questions and you ask them. You ain't gonna say that, because you know one thing, like, the answers you looking for, you don't have them. So, you know, that's what people have to understand when they come to these interviews. They be wanting to ask questions to people who don't even have the criteria to answer them, or even know nobody to even answer them. And I be like, bro, I've been through it all from the beginning to the end. You know, and a lot of it I helped put my prints in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to all the ones that's faking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And another thing, I was watching something on the Real Field TV. You were talking about there was an incident one time with Nipsey and Lil Fat. Do you know anything about that?
Who? What TV?
Oh, the Real Field TV.
Real Field. I never watched Real Field TV. I don't know what it is, but, you know, shout out to them since you gave them a shout out. But anyway, like with Nipsey and Fat, bro, that's two whole different generations, two whole different dudes. Nipsey been a OG since he was about 13, you know, and Nipsey was way older than Fat, so it never got to the point to where Fat and Nipsey, or Nipsey and Fat would have had a situation personally. You feel what I'm saying? Nipsey really wasn't hated by all. Like, everybody didn't have a problem with Nipsey. And Nipsey didn't have a problem with everybody.
Yeah.
He just had a problem with certain people. Certain people had a problem with him, and then people chose sides from there.
Yeah, I feel like, I see what you're saying, people chose sides. But like with him and Boosie's situation, I don't think it was that serious.
It wasn't serious.
I think the streets made it worse than
I mean, it was the people who they were associated with.
Yeah.
That made it serious. But Nipsey had done already been through so much serious situations to where he done finally got some leeway to get in. You know, like I said, they had some street niggas that wanted to be rappers, and they had some rappers wanted to be street niggas. Like, I know a few rappers that were street niggas first. And then, you know, so, you know, Nipsey was one of those dudes I knew from the streets before the rap.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, it's just that through the music is how you can express yourself and more people hear you. So sometimes you may say something for somebody else that you're affiliated with to you know, help your team, you know, but all the while, like, that wasn't the mission. So, you know, he had almost made it in, and when he made it in, he decided to say, you know, something about Boosie and on a song, you know?
Yeah.
But it wasn't direct, it wasn't disrespectful, it wasn't saying nothing about him personally. It was just, you know, a nice musical jab. You know, and you know, from there the streets took toll. You know what I'm saying? But it had nothing to do with nothing. And I would say, from me being in the streets, I know that Boosie didn't have nothing to do with Nipsey. And Nipsey, just because Nipsey took shots at him musically wise, that was just letting the streets, like I say, people chose sides. And if Boosie have the influence, then sometimes your influence can trigger people into a whole nother level. But Boosie didn't have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, and Nipsey said from the beginning, like, he did it. Nipsey Badass, he really did it because Boosie's name was hot. So that's why he really was going around calling himself Nipsey Badass.
I think he did it because he just was really a badass. Like, he was like, at this point in time, like, I'm feeling that. Like, badass became a slang. Like, they got a million badasses now, you know. But and you know, just like Louis Badass, rest in peace Louis Badass. But they have a million badasses, and Nipsey was just like, I'm really a Baton Rouge badass. Boosie was a badass when he was young, because once the music kicked in, you know, his ego just grew, and you know, his street credit and everything grew. Like, he still had to earn his stripes rapping. Yeah. You feel me? But he earned them though. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, Boo certified, but a lot of other rappers, they ain't really certified. They just rappers.
Yeah, I feel you, man. But look, check this out. Who was Marquis? Big Marquis. You ain't knew Big Marquis like that?
Yep, he was another. I knew Big Marquis a long time too. He was another rapper, another street trying to get in, as trying to become a rapper, because he had talent and he may had the resources, but he was a hustler, and he, you know, he created his own wave, and it's like all the waves led to me, because I was in control of the UPT, the club. Okay. And all the roads led there, because it was like, that's where all the pill poppers or whatever you was on, that's where you came to. And he had a whole section of young men, you know, he had the whole Madison working, you know. So, you know, he had turned some of them dudes on, you know what I'm saying? Titus and Timmy, shout out to them. But I know, like, a lot of them come from under Marquis' structure, you know what I'm saying? And he was from Madison, he was from Fairfield. And, you know, Fairfield, they didn't have, they got a couple sides, and, you know, like, he just held it down for Fairfield. So, you know, shout out to Big Marquis.
But see, I see a lot, most street dudes, they try to get out of the game. They gonna try to find a way to get out of the game.
Right.
Why you feel like that? Cause like at the end of the day, I know why you feel that way. Cause people get tired of going to jail, getting shot at and all that, and people start a family.
Pretty sort of. I mean, life kick in.
Yeah.
It's like things that happen that you never thought would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never thought I'd be right here. I never thought that I would live to get 20. You know, like
Yeah, that's sad. They really got people.
and you know, like every day I wake up and I thank God because I never thought. And then, you know, to be honest, I didn't plan. See, niggas don't think that they'll live that far. They don't plan that far.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I'm lacking stability now, because I wasn't planning that far. You know, I was planning as far as the streets. You know, my life was supposed to end dead, young, or life in prison young.
Yeah.
You know, but the heart that I had and the way that I operated, I was like, nah, I don't even want to end there because I want to help my mama. I want to help my family. I can't end up there and do that at the same time, but I had to figure out the survival tactics.
Mm-hmm. That's why I feel like people go to jail. Most people go to jail. People like, man, jail a bad place. It's a bad place. I never been there, but more like it's a bad place. But sometimes you gotta go to jail to get your head on.
Jail is a good place for a homeless person. So, you know, you got to think about how hard you come up. Some people come up so hard that they figure like jail is better because they ain't been able to take care of themselves when they was young, and then now they older and they know jail, the lights on, the water on, they gonna have people there to talk to, you won't be alone, you won't be lonely. So jail ain't that bad as people think. You know, it ain't bad for a nigga to be telling. Hell no. And then you can still, you know, like niggas now, they still get in jail and, you know, like they make jail sweet now. I ain't going back though. Knock on wood.
Hey, look, explain this. The top versus the bottom, South. They was at war at one time, huh?
Man, it always got war between the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm. But like it was a real war, or like, you know, the guys y'all side, this our side, we more flashing than y'all. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
It was competitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about the resources. See, the bottom got LSU. So the young dudes was able to have more opportunity at stealing, hustling, you know, all type of things because they had mixed. The top, it was just poverty. So, you know, it was just poverty versus, you know, downtown, we both had downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we'll try to go downtown would be our, you know, way up to escape poverty, but in the LSU was their way. But downtown connected to LSU if you go down on the levee. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just more about poverty, and it got gangster. It get gangster at times depending on who's in the driver's seat. Like the bottom, I would say, is more gangster than the top. But I would say the top have more stand-up people in it.
Yeah.
But the bottom has a culture of killers raising killers, gangsters raising gangsters. You know, like pits, like pit bulls, they breed them like that in the bottom. You feel what I'm saying? The top is just more like, we ain't finna be pushed around from nobody. Like,
but like out of all the hoods and beyond, I'm gonna say dudes from the South, they were like the real money getters, like from down there.
Because of downtown and LSU.
Yeah. Like
the resource, that's why I say you can come up from nothing when you got those type of resources, and it was more poverty. Like, and when you see, like me, bro, I went through the crack epidemic in Detroit and then moved to Baton Rouge and went through the crack epidemic again. So just that's some hard to go through. But anyway, in Baton Rouge, it was still kind of like friendly and neighborly and honorary and boys club and YMCA and Brett, that type of stuff going on. Like in Detroit, that was gone. So, you know, they still kind of sort of had that type of stuff going on when I made it here. But then once the full effect wiped all that out, it was just wasn't nothing left but the gangsters.
Yeah.
Like it was like you now you gotta fight for it. Once they made a way to get it, now you gotta fight for it. Once the junkies start coming, once white people start pulling up on South 16, you had to run to the car and fight for the sale. And then it went from that to black people. And when the white people stopped coming, that's when I stopped selling crack. Not to be saying I'm racist or nothing, but everybody else was kin to me. Like everybody else in the hood, like from 94 to say 93, 94, we had to sell to our own family members to survive selling crack. Now, before then, 91, 92, it was more like white people you don't know, people pulling up, they made it a ritual to want to shine, but then you can't. I remember like some of the hardest parts of my life when my family stole from me because, we was on two sides of the crack fence. I was on the selling and they was on the using. So, that things like that made me say, nah, bro, I ain't gonna sell no more crack. I don't want to be a crack dealer because my family used that. I don't want to sell nothing that my family used because you're gonna have to say, I might as well get the money, you're gonna sell it. And you're gonna spend it anyway, I might well get it. So, after too much of that, it just eats up your conscience.
I like Big when he did his movie. Yeah, sold to a pregnant woman. He's like, well, somebody gonna do it either way it go?
Man, it's different. It's like, crack make your mama happy. So, do you want your mama happy?
Yeah, but not like that.
Well, that's how I had to look at it.
Yeah.
So it's either, I can't sell it to you, so I gotta give it to you. Or let you take it from me, or sit it somewhere I know you can get it because I want you happy, because I love you and I care about what make you happy. You feel me? So it's a whole different vibe when it comes to that. So it ain't like Biggie and all that. Biggie and, it's more like Pac. I think Pac mama probably dabbed with crack, and it was just the effect.
Yeah.
It was like COVID. When it hit, some people catch it. Everybody couldn't withstand it. And, the women's was weaker. So they fell victim. It was the men that did that. The men got the women on crack to, like you seen New Jack City when G Money said, I got this here right here and woo 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 woo. Yeah. But I know one thing, the girl said all night, he talking about bad at that point. He ain't talking about crackheads. Wasn't no crackheads then. He talking about bad. So crack was designed to get bad and turn them from prom queens into prom fiends where they'll all night long for a rock, and that's just what happened. Now I hope to God that none of my people, my mom, my aunts, grandma, cousins, whatever, ain't had to go through that and have more sense than that. But that's the type of effect that crack had on young women. They was young crackheads, not old crackheads. Young.
And let me ask you this: you think C-Murder ever come out of jail?
If his people get into politics. Yeah. If he can decide whether he's innocent or guilty, yeah.
Oh, was you out on the interview we were talking about that? No, I wasn't. That wasn't you.
But you ain't gonna be. They ain't gonna let you out if you saying you're innocent.
Nah, they ain't let you out.
That's for sure.
Cause everybody gonna say they're innocent.
Nah, it's just the fact that they want some remorse. They want somebody to have some remorse. They don't want you to just feel like you done that. Like just prime example, Mac out. Mac was in the same situation. Tripping, crying, stressing. Hopefully, not hopefully, but I don't know if he was crying and all that, but 20 in jail? Like, and then you just come home, they just let you go? Yeah, conduct. Order, principle, all that played a part in that.
But I feel like this. They was in jail for something they ain't do. So I mean, like if you do it, and just take the lick, you got caught with it. You just got caught. But in C-Murder, I don't think C-Murder killed that dude that night. Man. I think he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And by his name being C-Murder,
C-Murder. Shout out to C-Murder, but C-Murder was a real gangster. Man.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna take. I I don't see gangsters take away from themselves trying to come home, but I'm not gonna take nothing away from C Murder because the few times I bumped into him, he is a real gangster. And the times I bumped into Mystical, like I knew that niggas was putting pressure on Mystical. So Mystical had to show a nigga what he'll do.
Yeah.
And just like Mac, you know, they were putting pressure on Mac. Like when P moved to Baton Rouge, man, niggas were putting pressure on No Limit artists. Just because they was No Limit artists. They was in the club, they was in the after spots, they was messing with the same bras niggas was messing with, you know, and them niggas had jewelry and money and cars, so, you know, niggas like, nah, nigga, we ain't finna just let y'all just hog the game like that. So, you know, nigga was putting pressure on them, and, you know, the ones that would stand up, because nigga ain't putting no pressure on Full Blooded or Skullduggery, or, you know, niggas like that, niggas, you know, but it was what it was. Shout out to No Limit, man.
Yeah, man, shout out to C Murder, man. I hope he come back home to his daughters.
Me
man.
too. I hope he come home too, because in California and in some other states, bro, you don't get mandatory life.
Yeah.
So how can a country be united? The United States of America, justice for all, but people in California get 20 years for murder, and here you get life.
Yeah.
Automatic. Like, I don't understand that. Somebody need to protest that right there. How can... See, they don't understand. That's why the youngsters killing now. Because the older generation understand. Just like up north with the 50 boys and all that. Mm-hmm. Like, let the youngsters handle it. They'll be back. So they wonder why they starting so young. Because if he killed at 15, he coming home one day. In Louisiana. You can hold him until he's 17 or 18 or whatever and try him as an adult. It don't matter. He gonna get parole and he gonna come home one day because he was a juvenile when he did that.
I like me and you talking about the Marlon Mike situation. So you think Marlon Mike have a shot at coming home?
I don't know. Because it's like, if you had one situation that wasn't tied in with nobody else, and it was just tied in to mental health and poverty. Yeah, come on. Cool. Anybody that's got life and got mental health issues and poverty issues, and they did something when they was young, they coming home. And they should come home anyway.
Yeah. Well, another thing, I ain't knew you had a relationship with BG like that.
Yeah, BG, me and BG was real cool.
Yeah.
Like, BG was one of the ones that, he was kind of sort of like me. He was trying to stand up on his own because of his principles, what he believed in. And he like, bro, like, I'm a real nigga and I'm loyal to y'all. So with those two things being said, I should be straight. I should be right under y'all when it comes to who get what and how they go. So, you know, he felt like, man, I could do my own thing. So a lot of times I bumped into BG. He was on his own mission and I was on my own mission, or I was on a mission with Webby. And, you know, we just clacked it in. But I remember one time, me and BG, we was in the House of Blues, and they had Juvie and they had Wayne. And they was all in the concert together. I want to say Turk was in jail at this time.
Yeah.
But they was all in the building, and BG was by himself. So I migrated to him, and I told him, I was like, say, bro, like, from your music, the BG, and it said the BGs, but I knew what was going on. I say, from your music, bro, you changed the whole culture in Baton Rouge. And, you know, those guys came in under you. They got gooder. They were better. I ain't gonna lie. Wayne and Juvie was better.
Yeah.
But they came in through him. And, you know, that's something just like with Boosie. Like, Boosie knew whoever came in through him. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't low, they came in through you, boo. As far as with Trill or, you know, with anything else like that, they came in through you because they was using you as the front man, just like BG and Baby and them used, when they, I ain't gonna say used, but they hooked up with Pimp C and Bun B on some albums to help them out, and the same thing we did. But Jizzle was the one that we selected in Baton Rouge as the one, because he came out initial, and it's like they had different elements. Like Juvenile was New Orleans culture, the projects, and the good part about New Orleans. BG was the streets.
He was streets New Orleans.
Turk was like the gutter part, and Wayne was the talent. He was everything else. Yeah. So that's how it broke down to Wayne being so good. When we in Louisiana look at it like, we hold BG higher than you, we hold Juvie higher than you, because of how they impacted Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? Like, your impact impacted the world. That's good, Wayne. But we was on some street at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't on no just being good. Like, I know I'm good, but I still try to keep it hood or reality. If I rap about anything, I'm probably say the rawest you ever heard.
Yeah. Because
I be rapping about anything, and I know enough words to make them rhyme. You know what I'm saying? But we try to have a certain, print of music that we make, which is street reality music, and not just, Ricky Smiley music.
Well, look, let me ask you this. This from another subscriber. They say it was an incident with the Fat Wreck Boosie cars. You knew about that?
Fat Wreck Boosie Lexus, red Lexus. I got a little DVD I put out, and I got the Lexus and all that in the DVD. But yeah, he wrecked his Lexus. There wasn't no cars or nothing, just that Lexus.
All right. And let's talk about this. It was another incident when you had to jump out the window when people came looking for you at the studio.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I had the studio hot because, like, without the right bread coming in, I was still all in the streets 100%. But I was committed and dedicated to what this was, because this was my opportunity, this was my big chance. But I still had to lay around there and get it out the mud, and like, for some kind of way, I don't know if somebody was telling on me or calling them on me or what, but, and shout out to Big Carlos and Lil Carlos, because I don't know if I got them stuck out, or because that was my last time like really dealing with them. But we was all we had a studio office and all that together, and they had Lil Carlos and Big Carlos, and they had something going on with Lil Cali. He was involved in it, and then they had us. And like, the people hit, and I'm like, somebody got to be calling them on me. So I wanted to see if somebody was calling them on me, so I didn't let them in. And they surrounded the studio, and I jumped out the window, second story window.
You break nothing?
High. Did I break nothing?
Did you break something?
Nah, I mean, my ankle was hurting, but my ankle been hurting forever. So I just I ran and I got away, and then they just let me know, like, bro, like, you don't need to come back to the studio with with that going on like that. So I went on and turned myself in.
Yeah, we gotta look though, from their point of view, they trying to do a legit business, going in and out. They don't want the police running in and out their business.
But I respect that. But we was all street niggas.
Yeah. To
be honest, like, that's what how I saw it. Even Boosie and Webby, they were just young street niggas, but we was all street niggas. Wasn't no squares in our circle, none. Not Uncle Slim, not Baldhead, nobody. Wasn't no squares in our circle. Everybody was orientated streets. Everybody, even if you wasn't from the hood or from the South, all that, you still was from the streets, had street ties, knew the rules, and lived by the code. Put it like that. Everybody lived by the code except Courtney Scott. Everybody else lived by the code. Shout out to Courtney Scott.
Well, that was y'all, the little booking manager or something like that, I remember.
Yeah, Courtney Scott was everything because, like I say, we was a bunch of street niggas and she wasn't. So she gave us the tools we needed to be execs or whatever with him anyway.
Yeah.
But she was my girl. She was cool, good people.
Oh shoot. So one more thing I want to ask you. Well, a couple more things. Boosie did the Boosie Bash. Why you don't think he brought no Trip members out?
Because, like, Boosie, when he doing his thing, like that's his thing. Like Trill thing was their thing. It's a big difference because, like, Boosie don't owe nobody nothing.
Nah, he don't owe nobody nothing.
So by him not owing nobody nothing, why should he have to pay somebody something? He know he gonna have to pay me. He know he gonna have to pay probably anybody in that situation because we know you eating off it.
Yeah.
So, you know, why not put it to your advantage where you can gain all you can gain? So he don't, you know, like I say, bro, he my little bro regardless, bro. Like, I wouldn't even speak on him if I didn't feel like I had a relationship with him to where I honor him and, you know, like I said, I'm loyal for life, man, you know?
Yeah.
And that don't have nothing to do with me choosing sides or nothing like that, because I'm my own man. I don't choose sides. I went through the whole game, through the whole beef, through the whole everything with everybody, my own man and on my own side the whole way.
Yep.
While everybody was beefing and shooting and stabbing and yelling and killing and capping and whatever else they was doing, I was my own man, bro. Like saying, bro, like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I ain't no yes man or nothing like that. So, you know, I just salute you. And we all know what's right and what's real. So that's what we honor.
Yeah.
So if you wrong, you wrong. Don't look for me to say, oh, you right and you wrong. I'm not. I'm just ain't gonna say nothing. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Chris Rock, well, you know, everybody know the story about him getting slapped by Will Smith and all that. But he did what that was, a Netflix thing where he was still talking about Jada. How you feel about that?
Man, Chris Rock, I want to say he said he used that as a promotional tool to help get more views on whatever that situation was, because he said a little too much to say it wasn't personal.
The second go round.
Yeah, so, you know, like, he basically should have said something then.
Yeah.
You know, that would have made
I agree with you on that.
Especially by him not doing nothing. If he, because I thought it was staged. I thought it was staged. So if he took that slap like that, a real slap like that, and was able to control himself like that, he should have talked about it. He should have said whatever he needed to say. Then he should have made it feel like it didn't even hurt or nothing. He should have told him, you hit like. He should have said all that kind of. He should have said, come up here and do it again. He should have said all that. And at the end of the day, he could sue.
That's what I would have did.
So, you know, like that's why I still see. That's probably why he said what he said, because he didn't sue him. He's like, I wish you would tell me something, man. I could sue you and the award show. You come up here and slapping me, man. I wish a nigga with some money would slap me, man. I just ain't gonna do no hate or nothing like that to provoke no nigga to slap me. But man, I wish a nigga with some money would slap me.
You fall on the ground,
man, bro. Man. After I slap him back, I'm gonna fall on the ground. Unless he don't slap hard, because if he don't slap hard, I'm gonna tell him to slap me again. He just fucked up. I'm gonna call Simeon the G guarantee right then. I'm gonna call Morris Bart right then. Look, man, I just got slapped. How y'all do that? By a rich person. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like this. I want you. Everybody's I would have did this. Man, you don't know what you would have did. You wasn't in that situation.
But see, it's crazy though, because, you know, like, I never really looked at Will Smith as no, you know, hard type of dude. You know, acting is acting. You still Fresh Prince from Bel-Air to me. But, you know, for you to slap that dude, bro, and behind your girl, bro, that you supposed to have left.
Yeah.
You know, you supposed to have left her, man. Like, you got principles, you got standards, you got status. You know, and you wonder why your son a Fruit Loop, you supposed to leave her, my nigga. You got to leave her. Yeah. Ain't no shaking back. You gonna slap 30 more niggas, man. You got to leave her, Will, bro. I'm talking to Will right now. You got to leave her, bro. Only thing she is somebody that got a history with Tupac. That's it.
I would have left her right there when she was talking about she missed Tupac and all that, man.
Bro, that's probably what Will ego to stay with her. That will make him think he hard because he dealing with somebody who Tupac dealt with. But he don't know if Tupac smashed. No, I believe Tupac smashed. Yeah, she acting like the way she act. Mm-hmm. You know, and dude, Chris Rock really gave her some play. He was trying to put her in a position. When you get older, your movies decline. You ain't set it off material no more. Yeah. So your movies decline. This man trying to put you in a white person movie.
See, that's what I thought he did it for.
He was shooting the alley-oop.
But say the movie was coming out or something.
But Will, he wanted to say, okay, this is the right time to do this, and these people owe me Oscars and all that, so I'm going to show out. I'm going to use Chris Rock.
Yeah, bro.
Man, Chris Rock should have had some brothers or something right now that's looking for clout, fame, or something, saying, Will, when I catch you. You know, but shout out to Will, because, you know, he did slap him. He did get away with it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, like, these dudes is taking that part out of context, because if you look at Will's situation and Jada, you know, and you look at Gates' situation, you heard me, and you look at his wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of be like who's gonna be stronger, you know what I'm saying? Because Gates handled his professional. He rapped about it, he vented about it, he got past it, but you don't need the internet taking shots. But what I will say is that Lee Lucas should have taught him what he told me. See, Lee Lucas used to pay me to watch his while he go kick it with another. Shout out to Lee Lucas, free Lee Lucas. And you know, Gates Lee Lucas talk. See, Lee need to let him know that, because the nigga you paying gonna be loyal. He gonna just watch. He ain't gonna try to go at her nothing. Yeah. Because you giving him an opportunity. Your job is to watch him out. And these dudes, because Gangsta Nick used to do the same thing. Gangsta Nick, shout out to Gangsta Nick, Lee Lucas, and Gangsta Nick. So if y'all niggas say y'all some real bosses, y'all got that bag, y'all real kingpins, whatever, man, do what Lee Lucas and Gangsta Nick did. They paid a nigga to watch them. Straight up. Both of them paid me. And it was, I respected it, because like one time it was the same, you know, but I ain't never say, but. So
Gangsta Nick and Lee Lucas was paying you to watch the same girl?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you paid to watch, you paid to talk.
Yeah, my job is just to chill, because, and then see, like, Lee was so raw, Lee'll make a stand in the park. You know, Lee'll make a stand outside. Like, I either be in front of his grandfather's house. He'll shout out to his grandfather, rest in peace, Papa. And Miss Saunders stayed across the street, Miss Spain, you heard me? But anyway, and Big Mike used to pay me to watch Nene too, so shout out to Big Neff too. You know, my struggle was just that real. So like, Leah paid me to watch it at his grandfather's house. He could be round the corner with another. He just paying me to make sure she stay humble, she don't go nowhere, she don't backdoor him. Yeah. You know, but Gangsta Nick used to just give you the trap house, some work, and look, make sure she sit right there and be cool. You know, so he giving you somewhere to hustle. There ain't something to hustle with. So you might make $200-300 just sitting there, you know, making sure the be cool. And Finn might be there. Little Finn, shout out to Finn. Finn is Gangsta Nick's son.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I ain't know that.
Yeah, Finn wasn't a rapper. Well, he probably could have been, but you know, he was Gangsta Nick's son. And I want to say Nick and Bucky is kin. Okay. Bucky daddy and Nick daddy is kin to each other. Bucky is Ivy's big brother. So Nick relationship come in with Ivory through Bucket, because Bucket was in jail for guns, pistol, iron slinging. So Ivory was next up. So Gangsta Nick pulled Ivory under his wing. Now, he pulled me too, but at the same time, I was a little faster and had a lot of more issues than Ivory. But, you know, he pulled me too. You know, so like I say, shout out to Gangsta Nick again. But in the process of that, that's how it all stems with, that's what Ivory did the same thing to Finn. Pulled him in.
Yeah.
Say, you know, your dad pulled me in, so I'm gonna pull you in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Finn from the bottom, but you know, he had top in his blood because of, you know, Ivory. I ain't gonna say me because I didn't know him that long. I knew him basically his whole life. I know his mom, you know, but you know, he grew up under his dad's influence and Ivory's influence. Now he got some gangster uncles too, like so. Finn was a gangster. Shout out to Lee Finn. You know, that was my dude.
Let me ask you this. I ain't seen something. They said something about Kevin Gates and Finn had problems. You didn't know about that?
Well, I don't think that they actually had problems. I don't know, but because like I say, Gates was a rapper, and like they had to realize how raw Gates was rapping before they took him through all the street shit they took him through.
Yeah.
Like all that he rap about in the bottom and all that, he really was stuck and he really was living like that, Carolina, all that true. But that's because they didn't bless his game off the top and say, you know, you can go straight to, you know, the radio and the, you know, like how he's supposed to be. And you know, he had to go through all that, but I don't really know if him and Finn, you know, he never had beef or nothing like that, because like I was in jail for Finn's kind of like manhood and stuff like that. I was still going in and out. Like when I was raising Finn up, he was 3, 4, 5, you know, 6, 7, you know, 8, 9, maybe 10.
But yeah, so yeah, that was something I had seen.
Yeah, but you know, shout out to Finn, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't really speak too much about Finn because I'm under the Gangsta Nick's era, who is Finn's daddy.
He's still alive?
What I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. He's still alive. You know, he's still hanging in there. You know, like trying to become corporate and you know get in the rap thing and you know things like that. Other things legitimize himself, but. You know, he always gonna forever be Gangsta Nick, you know what I'm saying? He got swag, you know. Yeah. Like I say, niggas still doing the Gangsta Nick, you know, coming through.
What you mean by that?
Like, you know, that's see, like Gangsta Nick, I don't know if he was originally a gangster. Yeah. Because, you know, he was like one of them old red pretty boys. But he had a black nigga soul. You know what I'm saying? So it was just something about like how he had to, you know, come through the hood. Is like he was a gangster, but he had a heart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, he loved his family. He wanted to, you know, like his whole family looked at him as the face of their family. So he had to lay around there and be like a good person and have a heart. But he was like a gangster too. But like that's how he used to come through in his caddies. You know, he had a couple of them. He had a drop one that was gold that me and him rode around in. Yeah. He had a blue one that was blue and white that me and him rode around in, and he definitely had a gangsta ass red one.
Let me ask you this, big head. All the stuff you've been through and everything, you think it was nothing but God that saved you at the end of the day?
Well, I think when I actually put faith in God, that's when my life started having some type of direction. Because at first it was just like I couldn't find no direction. I was just always lost or late, or in the wrong place at the wrong time. But then I just said, you know, I didn't have no man to put faith in, didn't have no father. You know, big brothers, they been ran away, so no father figure. So it was like I had to put faith in myself, but I didn't know nothing. I wasn't knowledgeable enough. So I was, like, well, I needed a way to live.
Yeah.
I know how to survive. Like, once I realized how to survive, I needed a way to live. And then I just said, God, I need that direction. And once he started giving me the direction, I started following, and that's how I knew my faith was growing, until I started feeling like I owed God something. It's like, now it's like, you've been through what you've been through, but what you went through yesterday don't got nothing to do with what you're going through tomorrow. It's all up to you. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to make sure my days change from my ways. So now whatever I go through now don't have nothing to do with what I've been through. Or what my children go through don't have nothing to do with what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because they was raised up through me like almost being a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I watched something like they were talking about something with the Jews. How you feel about their different religions and Christianity and all that?
Well, I think Christianity is in a bad spot right now. Wow. Because due to the internet changed a lot of stuff. It taught us a lot of stuff that we might would have never knew in our whole lifetime about Christianity. And so now it's contradictable. And the people that contradicted is the same people who put it on us, which is white people. Now, I don't know if those were Jews that was putting the Christianity on us, but that's kind of sort of where it came from. So now they're contradicting it, which I feel like Christianity and God is two different entities, and I'm with God all the way. And as far as Jews, I mean, I love Jews. Like, the Jews, it's two Jews that I know.
Yeah.
It's Father Jews, and that's where we went to eat at. So they fed us when we was hungry. I love you, Father Jew. Why not love that Jew? And they got Julius Knox, a guy I went to school with. And we grew up, when we was little, he used to sneak me sandwiches outside, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that. And then as we got older, he ended up dating one of my baby moms and, trying to steer my oldest son in the right direction. So shout out to Big Jew and Father Jew. Them the only two Jews I know. I don't know any other Jew.
You still in contact with them?
Who?
The Jews. The two Jews you knew.
Well, Father Jew's still open.
Oh, okay.
It's called St. Vincent de Paul now.
Oh, okay.
But it was called Father Jews when I was going.
Oh,
but
so
it's
you got
open.
me confused because I knew St. Vincent de Paul, right?
Yeah, right, Father Jews.
Okay.
Still open. So, so if you know about it, shout out to Father Jews.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if that dude that be talking, representing St. Vincent de Paul is a Jew, but shout out to him because he always on the news begging for us, pretty much,
Yeah.
So, shout out to him and all that they do for South Baton Rouge.
Hey, the family do a lot. My mom used to go get medicine from them.
Because that whole situation is in my neighborhood. That's my neighborhood.
They feed the homeless.
Yeah, right. All that. Same where that's where the young lady got killed at.
Mm-hmm.
St. Allison Rice, the same neighborhood. The same way they popping up with these boats and stuff, mysterious, just because they know poor people, poverty gonna climb in them. Mm-hmm. So, it's all kind of stuff. Same way they was looking for the person who, the white man that was missing.
Yeah.
That's what they was looking at.
Oh, yeah.
They found him not far from there. The guy, Derek Perkins, that's where he's from. That's my homeboy. He's not a killer. He's not.
Yeah.
He's a person that has mental health issues, drug problems, and poverty problems.
But see, I'm looking at it like this. They gonna try to sweep that on the road. They ain't gonna really kill.
They never said that. They just trying to make him look like a gangster and a killer. With his face on there like he a killer. Stanker, you ain't no killer.
Like the dude, the one that died, he knew what was up.
Yeah. But see, Baton Rouge different. See, they done let the fentanyl get so out of control, it's at its bottom dollar.
Yeah.
So now you handing it off to the next person that comes. So, every week we got somebody missing or they looking for somebody found dead. But they only put the white ones on the news. The black people, they don't look for them. They don't say they missing or nothing. They just just, pop up dead whenever they find them dead because, it's different. But black people OD every day in Baton Rouge. Every day.
I'm gonna be like this. You remember back in the days, I know you know more of it, the DARE program. Say no to drugs.
The DARE program.
Yeah.
Well, in Detroit, it was the Blue Pigs.
Okay. That's
where I got my first crack from. They brought crack to the school to try to show it to us what it was.
Yeah.
And I already knew.
Yeah.
Because, the struggle had hit my home firsthand. So they passing it around from child to child. Drugs. The whole shit.
Damn.
So what I did? I'm thinking about how I'm going to make my mom happy.
Yeah.
How I'm going to make my brothers and my sisters happy. Because I know that crack worth something. I was probably selling crack at 6 years old, 7 years old. Out the side window. See, the crack heads come to your house in Detroit. You have to sell crack if, your parents and them ain't strong enough to fight off. It was get down to lay down. So they'll come knock on the window. I'm 6, 7 years old. Open the window and sell them some soap if they'll buy, because we needed something to eat.
Yeah.
I wasn't tripping if they come bust the window out, knock the front door down or nothing, because you give me your money, you got. But when I got hold of that crack from them Blue Pigs, shit, I was the man for a couple of days. And then maybe, say a month later when they kicked our dough in, I was so small, the lady picked me up, but she remembered me.
Yeah.
Like, because something made me a suspect when that crack came up missing. They was like kind of sort of like everybody be still, brought the dogs out and shit, looking through the bleachers and shit. But it was like it fell under the bleachers or something like. But the lady remembered me. But I was that small. But I knew that crack was gonna make my household happy. And I knew I had sales already coming to the window. And I sold it, me and my brothers.
But see, like I was saying about the DARE program, at first they would tell you just say no, but now more white people using it and all that, they won't make it a crime, make the bill more worse.
Right, definitely. Because it's more so of the fentanyl.
Yeah.
Because they haven't came up with an alternative for it yet. And it done made it to them. As long as it was just going through the hood, they was like, okay, we're going to come up with something, But now it done made it all the way to, back to them. So it's like, once it make us back to us, it's time to change. Just like Roxy's, just like Tabs, just like all those other opioids and stuff that they put out. Once it got all the way back to them and affected them, they had to come up with something else. But with fentanyl, they ain't came up with nothing else yet. Ain't no alternative drug.
Nah.
So, they like, well, it's either going to be this, but y'all going to go back to Roxy's? What? I don't know. What? Y'all going to go back to Blue Tabs? What? Like, all this they took out the game. What, they going to have promethazine and codeine? 1,000 milligrams? Y'all going to go back to that? Or y'all going to have dudes still drinking green and stuff that people can put fentanyl in to make them drink?
Yeah.
Nigga drinking fentanyl, talking about you on that lean. Nigga, you on that fen. You on that Fenta. Not a Fanta.
Yeah.
That's a Fenta you on, nigga. So, like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I just know, like, I ain't fucking with none of that shit, man. I ain't into drugs.
I ain't never been.
Like, I don't even drink, man. This right here is peach tea. It's good as shit, too. Like, look like hen.
Another one down, buddy.
Yeah, bro. So,
man,
I'm glad you came through. Shout out to check them out, you know what I'm saying? And this what we do, bro. Like, we're going to try to tell y'all the truth every time, bro. Like, I mean, some of it might not be what you want to hear, but it ain't going to incriminate nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to disrespect nobody. And it's just going to be me telling my life, my stories, who I met. You heard me? Shout out to BG. Feel what I'm saying? Like, I remember sending money to BG and a little chick telling me that the chick that said she was in touch with him wasn't even in touch with him. So, BG, nigga, throw your cash app out there. You feel what I'm saying? Them little 50s are add up, because when you come home, them niggas probably, or I ain't gonna say them niggas, no niggas might not have nothing for you. You got a better chance of getting rich while you in jail, my nigga.
Yeah.
Because when the real nigga hit the street, they ain't gonna want to see you on, man. They're gonna try to put the drugs in your face and this and that, and want you to go to slipping and tripping, sneaking and geeking where you can't be all the jizzle you could be. But it's time, my nigga, because I still need you. And you told me you got me, and I still need you. I'm still out here, trying to get in, man. We had a little ring. You know what I'm saying? Me, BG, Soldier Slim, a few more dudes, bro. Like, we're going to help each other, But, rest in peace, Soldier Slim. Jizzle in jail, man. And I'm still, at it, trying. On my side of the fence.
So, one more thing, like, when the project coming out, was you and Fox, the album?
I mean, I've been finished, but I'm waiting on Fox.
Okay.
I worked on something with HD for president. I worked on something with a few more people, So
yeah.
I'm just trying to see how I fall, because I ain't really pressing to put no album out just to put it out and don't receive nothing. And once it hit the internet, it's gone and all that. Like, I really ain't trying to do that, especially not with Fox, because that's too much talent to just give away for free. So we basically trying to figure out how we gonna market it or sell it, or that's what he at with it. So I told him, I said, it don't matter to me. You can take it to Trill, you can take it to whoever you want to. It don't matter. It's yours. This is a gift from me to you. I do this. So I just presented them with all the songs. Shout out to AJ on the track, presenting them with the beats. Let's do it, man. Like, I'm trying to get past it. I got Switch music coming out. I got Stability album. I got a couple albums just waiting, trying to figure out how I can make some money off. Feel what I'm saying?
But shout out to Big Head, man. Appreciate you, man. We gonna knock down another one.
Man, it's your boy Big Head the Dome Doctor, man. Y'all stay safe, bro. You heard, man? Y'all, keep rocking with me and check them out, because we need to get us some Boost and Vlad numbers, and then just keep climbing. You heard me? Because don't wait to check them out. TV get me where I need to be when it comes to the views, and then y'all go to talking about, let me give you 1,000 for an interview. It ain't gonna work, bro. Because I'm a loyal dude, man. We go to making this work, just like how Boo and Vlad doing it, and they making it work. Front end, back end, that's what we gonna do. So y'all better do what y'all gonna do. But right now, it's Check 'em Out TV, man. That's my dude. And we gonna bring y'all the truth. We gonna bring y'all the scoop no matter what it's about. And if you tell you to ask them, send some questions, send them. I don't care what it is. Just know I ain't incriminating nobody. And if it don't got nothing to do with my story, my life, I don't need to talk about it. It's your boy Big Head the Dome Doctor. Follow me on IG and all that other good stuff. But I ain't no internet dude. But shout out to my dude from Check 'em Out, because he an internet dude. Bet.